My question is for Mr. John. How did you feel in Transformers Animated when they killed off Blurr by crushing him into a garbage cube?
Someone was walking around with one of those cubes yesterday, and they never came back. I was gonna sign it. Well, let me tell you, I went to work happy as could be that day. Just walked into the studio, and as usual, had not seen any of the lines or the script prior to showing up. And we're there, and we're all sitting around, and we're going through the script and turning the pages, and I'm like, what? What do you mean? This is my last day coming here? You can't put me in this cube and jettisoning me out into space. They're like, oh yeah, well, we'll be able to bring you back if we need to. I said, no, you need to. You need to rewrite this. This isn't fair. So I did not feel good about it, but it is what it is. Last year we did some stop motion things, and they were very funny because they all talked about characters being written off when their toys stopped selling. You know, we're being downsized and whatever. So I was like, did I not sell? Do people not like him anymore? Why are you killing me? It's awful. But I guess in some comic book I have come back, so maybe they'll do another version and the mighty Blurr will emerge. I hope.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My question's for all four of you. It's a bit of weird. Would you guys, if given the opportunity, reprise your characters that you've done in the G1 show again in some new show or movie, perhaps?
Oh, under no circumstances.
Oh,
never.
absolutely
No.
not.
No. Oh, wait. You mean there's a paycheck? You bet. I'm there.
Wait, I don't
I think
have
that's
to
a unison yes.
Yeah. I don't have to shower. I don't have to shave. I can wear a pair of shorts and a t-shirt and a flip-flops and just show up in the studio and say a couple of lines. Yeah, I'll do that.
Thanks.
Hello, my question is for John. How did you train yourself to talk so fast as Blurr?
Well, having 5 sisters, really, to get a word in edgewise, it increased the speed immensely. I'm from New York, so everybody talks very quickly in New York anyway. I mean, it's just, I don't know if you ever walked around New York, but everybody talks like this. They don't even take a breath when they talk, they just keep going. So that was a little bit of a head start. Being Italian, we yelled and talked fast. And then having the 5 sisters was the same thing. So I just, once I taught myself, I did really do it to get money donated to charity when I was 12. And once you learn how to do it and I programmed my brain, I'm just able to do it. So, you know, if they say, well, try it with this kind of character, that kind of character, I've been lucky and been able to just do it, and it's mostly stayed. I've slowed down a little bit, and my Guinness record is much faster than I go on, for TV, because people would not hear it. For the Guinness record, I did about 11 words a second, but for TV, for animation, it's about 7 to 8 words a second, and for just voiceover on a radio commercial, it would be 5 to 6 words a second.
I was also wondering if you could say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious as Blurr.
As Blurr. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Thank you.
So my question is for Hal. Both of your characters have sort of abnormal speech patterns. Is that more difficult to create consistently in the studio than, say, either a robot character or a human character that has sort of a normal speech pattern?
Honestly, I think it's all placement, breathing, and diction. Like Joe, I mean, if you're doing something and it hurts, you're doing it wrong. So what you want to do is make sure you place it in some place where it doesn't hurt. And, you know, with the Dinobots, I mean, it was interesting. I was in England, and some guy from Scotland said, you know, we have these children in Scotland that have communication problems, and a lot of us being shy. So we play the Dinobots episodes for them, and they start emulating the Dinobots, and lo and behold, they start communicating. So, you know, just very monosyllabic thing like this, you know, that's, when you're a voice person, that's not difficult to do. That's pretty simple. What's difficult is to do it for a long period of time and not hurt your throat. So that's where breathing and placement and all of that take place. And as far as Shrapnel goes, he's just a loose cannon. I just love him because he just all over the place.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
By the way, you are rocking that crown look.
You rock it.
Yeah.
Hello. Hi. I just want to say, love all you guys. All your characters are great. My favorites. My question is actually for John. I had followed you for a while. I loved Blurr, but I never knew that you were Punch Counterpunch. He's one of my favorite characters. Would you be able to say, as Punch, I have the feeling my Autobot counterpart is nearby, very nearby?
Well, I'm going to have to make a little bit of a confession here.
Oh?
One of the little tricks that they do to you when you do these shows is they can add extra characters and not pay you for them.
Oh.
And I happened to be in the studio one day and they needed someone to be Punch Counterpunch, and I did the lines and I said them the one time, and I don't remember the characters. I just did them once, so I would be happy if I remembered it. I would be happy to do it, but I don't, because it was kind of I did a couple of lines and that was it. And I did that on a bunch of different shows, but most of the characters, I was actually, the first time I did a convention, and they said I was the voice of Punch Counterpunch, I'm like, who the hell is Punch Counterpunch? So sorry about that.
Well, thank you anyway. I appreciate it.
Hi, so my question is for everybody. What was your favorite sentences or even catchphrases to shout out in your characters' voices? And could you possibly do them here?
I think my only line is, and so I'm really fond of that.
He's being very modest, but it requires a great deal of phlegm.
We had a bucket in the studio. Anytime you ran low, you went and dipped up some more.
I think my favorite is probably Shrapnel just saying, Insecticon, more energon, here.
Well, I always do the Decepticons above me, Decepticons below me. Every place I look, I see Decepticons. I've been on stupid missions, but the stupidest mission I've ever been on.
Well, for Trax, pretty much anything he says puts my teeth on edge. But it's very hard to get past, say what you will, you can't surpass my stunning auto mode. And he is not vain. He is not vain. He just has a very well-developed sense of self.
Hi. So I've heard a lot of rumors that you guys did a lot of improv on your guys' show. What was your favorite improv that you got to slip in?
Oh, mother.
I'm trying to, I'm not quite clear, what improv? Oh, you mean like make stuff up that's not written on the page?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they suggested I don't improv, actually.
That was, I don't know who you heard that from.
I was going to say, I don't think Wally allowed for improv.
It wasn't a lot of, yeah.
Not in my sessions, anyway.
You read those words the way he wanted you to read them, or you didn't leave.
He would show you how to read
Until you read them
exactly the way he wanted them. So, yeah, we did not improv on
Actually, there was one session where I came in with a T-shirt I had made up which said, I survived Wally-thon. 1984, 1985, 1986.
Thank you.
But I will say this, they were the greatest sessions because you got to spend time with top-of-the-line voice people. Just the absolute creme de la creme were there. And they shared their stories, and it was wonderful.
Hard to believe I was much younger, but I was rubbing elbows with my personal gods, the people that I had formed my life listening to.
And
just like so
watching.
many of you. And watching.
Yeah.
And it just bloody amazing. I was so blessed.
It's true.
One of the roars? Oh, no doubt. Yeah. I probably had something inside me that just made me roar. I can't be held responsible for improv.